Howdy Eldritch Buddies, this is Kiwi Calamity, and today we're going to build an Axolotl aquarium house. The idea is that your precious little beans are going to be able to swim all the way around the entire build in a sort of stylistic aquarium. So if you're interested, give me your ears and your eyes. Okay, they're mine now. I'm kidding. I should mention, this is part one of the build, as I felt the whole recording was a bit long. So without further ado, let's get started. The blocks you will need for this part are white concrete. We'll be adding more in the coming parts, but that's what you need for now. So to start off, clear some land. You could do so by hand or get impatient like me and decimate it with TNT. We'll be starting with the basic skeleton of the build, really getting into the simple structure before diving into details. Let's start off simple. The front of your build is going to be 30 blocks long. I'm going to be putting a diagram up in the top just to explain as we're going where we are, but on the side of each portion of this is going to be 5x5 towers. We're following a very basic kind of castle diagram in a way. It's funny because I learned to build this kind of basic structure a long time ago, and I've had it memorized ever since. And I didn't even notice I was kind of following that general pattern until I realized I had gotten there. But as you can see, we've gotten to the 5x5 portion, and I made a mistake, admittedly. The connecting line between the towers where the wall would be, which is, by the way, 10 blocks long and not 30 on this portion, is supposed to be in the middle of these two segments, but so it's symmetrical and it looks good, but I accidentally messed up my diagram a little bit. Clearly my memorization wasn't that great, and you'll see me fixing it as of right now. However, I did eventually figure out what the problem was, and I do fix up this build eventually. It takes a moment, but don't worry, we'll get there. Yeah, as you can see, the tower follows a very simple pattern of 5, then 1 block in, then 5 again. See, now I'm following the connecting line as such, and actually, by the way, the back line of this diagram is supposed to be another 30 blocks on, obviously, otherwise it wouldn't be symmetrical. But as you can see, I'm kind of making this T that comes off of the connecting line, so there is a block in the center, and then not two others, well, I guess it would be 2 on either side, 4 blocks in total surrounding it, therefore making this neat little symmetrical shape. And even though it's technically, when you think about it, a rectangle connected to these towers and not therefore symmetrical, because symmetry would imply that all the sides are the same, it is similar and it looks nice, okay? I'm just trying to say it looks nice and neat. I don't know why I keep using symmetrical. Soul Eater, man. Soul Eater got to me. But as you can see, we're finishing up the last tower, and I don't know how it didn't occur to me that this was messed up, because I was trying to follow it like, oh yes, clearly this is something wrong, or I gotta connect it, and oh, now it's clicked. But yeah, we're gonna fix up this skeleton right shortly. Just wait a moment. Yep, there's the big brain moment, along with a couple holes in the ground. Big brain. When you've finished, the build should look symmetrical, like so. Now, we'll thicken up these future walls with 3 C's of thick, so we'll be able to add the tunnels in a bit. It should look like this now, okay? It shouldn't look too different, but I'll give you a look for your reference. Now, let's work on the entrance. Make sure you make the entry tunnel like so, because your axolotls will be swimming over, but you need to walk under, because now we're gonna start working on the tunnels. Let's start with the front. We're going to make a basic cuboid structure like so, with a little gap on the sides, almost like a little ribbon of space. We'll add glass in a later part so you can see your axolotl swimming through them at all times, because that's important, of course. Bring this ribbon up and around the door like so. The front is going to have this unique pattern because of the entrance, but this won't be on the back. Now we'll move on to the left wall, making room for your ribbon, and generally just making a boring old cube for now. It'll look a bit fancier when we add details. And now we'll add the entrances to what will eventually be our side towers. This is important to get right. You don't want water coming down through the top, since that might dry out your axolotls and also inconvenience you. Think of these little passages like airlocks for you to get to your towers. They'll be filled with water. But like the front entrance, you need to walk through and your little lottles need to swim over. But we'll get into fixing up the above tunnel in just a bit. Just trust me and copy how I do the door for now. Now we'll work on the towers. Don't panic, because I'm gonna make the frame, then the video will skip to the next part of the build, but that's mostly just because each tower is going to be exactly the same. Each one is going to go up 10 blocks, and we'll make a frame like so. I'm going to leave it hollow for now because it'll make decoration easier later on, but if you don't want to stripe these like lighthouses, you can fill them in. This is what the tower should look like when they're all finished and hollow. Now, let's start adding a bit of the function to the tunnels, making it so the axolotls will be able to swim through properly. But most of this is going to be in the next part of the video for time's sake. Now, if you want to make your tunnels differently for whatever reason, how dare, make sure you have at least 1 to 2 blocks of space going all the way through them. Once it's filled up with water, that's going to be important so the axolotls can actually swim through them. Oh god, that was bad even for me. Okay. It's why you'll see me playing with the structure of the tunnels a bit, particularly above the doors. The dimensions are slightly different than my first attempt, and I'm trying to make sure they work, and also look nice. Again, think of these portions above the doors like watery staircases. All right, let's fix up these little tower doorways. To reiterate, they're basically airlocks that will lead into your water-filled towers / axolotl habitats. And that's part 1. Part 2 will be hitting into more of the details and making the tunnels work. I'll be getting it out soon, but you gotta subscribe to see it, man! Bonk the bell, say hello, and tell me if you had any trouble in the comments. I'll try to help you out if I can. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye!